Welcome all of you. I am Pankaj Rajput. I am an assistant professor in mechanical engineering. Also, I am a UPSC aspirant and my optional is mathematics. Here on this YouTube platform, I am taking an initiative where I will be solving all the previous year question paper of mathematics asked in UPSC Civil Services examination. This is my second lecture. In the first lecture, I solved one of the ordinary differential equation problem. In today's lecture also, I will be solving another ordinary differential equation problem. In the last class, I solved question number 5a, whereas today I will be solving question number 5b. The question is to determine the complete solution of differential equation, and this differential equation is given. So let's come to the solution part. This kind of problem can be solved by calculating the complementary function and particular integral. So let's see how we solve it. This is the given problem, which can be simply written like this. As you know, d square y upon dx square can be written as d square, whereas dy by dx is written as d, and the y is a common factor here. The right hand side term is placed as it is. The advantage of writing in differential or d form is to get the auxiliary equation and hence its roots. The auxiliary equation of the given problem is d square minus 4d plus 4 is equal to 0. After factorizing, we get 2 and 2 similar two roots. When the roots are similar, then the complementary function can be written as like this. Just wait. I show you all the formula I will be using to solve this problem. Just wait a second, I am just changing the slide so that you will get clear idea that what is going on. Yes. The first formula we will be using is the general solution. The general solution is the sum of the complementary function and particular integral function. The complementary function can be calculated like this. When roots are equal, solution will be like this: c1 plus c2 into x bracket closed exponential power mx. Whereas the particular integral can be solved like this. I am taking three different formulas here which will be used to solve the given problem. The first formula is when 1 upon fd into exponential and v. V is nothing but a function of x. V is a function of x, as you can see. Okay, to solve this kind of problem, we simply do is we replace d with d plus a. What is a? A is the power of exponential function. Okay, and this exponential term will come before the function given. Now coming to the next formula. When this kind of expression is given where x with power of some real term is in multiplication with sine or cos term, then imaginary part or real part is taken. In case of sine, we take imaginary part. My case is sine, so I strict myself to imaginary part only. In case of cos, we take only real part. Alright? The third formula, where when only x with some power is given, this kind of thing can be deduced to the Taylor form. What is Taylor form? I think you know it. Anyways, I am giving you some idea what is a Taylor form. I am not concerned with all the formulas, but yes, this one, 1 plus x with power minus 2, which is equal to 1 minus 2x plus 3x square minus 4x cube plus so on. This will be used in a problem. So now I am coming to the basic solution now. I think things are more clear after seeing the formula. Yes, we have already calculated the complementary function. The next step is to calculate the particular integral. Particular integral can be written in this form. This right hand side term is like this, and see, this d square minus 4d plus 4 is nothing but the auxiliary equation. This d square minus 4d plus 4, we can write it like d minus 2 whole square. Now, my concern is this e with power 2x. We know when these kind of terms are given, then d will be replaced by d plus a. Here a is 2, then d will be replaced by d plus 2. D plus 2. As you can see, d plus 2 minus 2 whole square, and this exponential term will come before the function. 3 will also come before the function because 3 is constant, so not a big deal here. Next, we get some kind of form here. In this form, 3 into exponential power 2x is kind of simplified form, but my complication is with 1 upon d square into x square into sine 2x. So I am taking it as another term capital I, where capital I is equal to 1 upon d square into x square into sine 2x. Okay? When x is in product with some kind of sine or cos function, we consider either imaginary part or real part. In case of sine, we take imaginary part, as you can see here. In the next step, imaginary part of the same term, imaginary part of this you can see. Again one more thing, here exponential term is, okay, then what will we do is, this exponential term will come before the function and d will be replaced by what? D will be replaced by d plus a. And what is a here? A is 2 iota. Okay, so d will be replaced by d plus 2 iota, as you can see here. All right, in the next step, integrating this is imaginary part of this one and this one. This is how we are coming to the Taylor form. Now, after giving it 1 plus d upon 2i with power minus 2, we can deduce it to a Taylor form. Alright? We have already discussed it, how we come to the Taylor form. Alright? E plus 2xi, we can write it like cos 2x plus iota sin 2x, and see, this step is very important. 1 into x square, 1 into x square, we get x square. Okay, d into x square, see, d is first differentiation of x square. What is first differentiation of x square? First differentiation of x square is 2x. First differentiation of x square is 2x. And second differentiation of x square, like see here, second differentiation of x square is simply 2. Alright, simply 2, as you can, yes. Okay, in the next step, after simplifying imaginary part of this term and this term, okay, now come to one important step, imaginary part of this thing. When we are considering imaginary part, we are not concerned with the real part. The real part we will neglect. So let's see what is the real part and what is the imaginary part. Okay, first of all, this iota is imaginary part, this iota is imaginary part, this iota is imaginary part. I have taken only iota, means imaginary part, and all the real part I am just neglecting. See, like this and this. Okay, what we get then? We are getting minus 1 by 4 into bracket open 2x into cos 2x plus x square into sin 2x minus 3 by 2 sin 2x. This is our I. This is our I, capital I. Now, when capital I is calculated, then we can simply calculate the particular integral, which is a product of 3 into e to the power 2x into capital I. Alright, after simplifying, we get the particular integral. As we know, we have calculated the complementary function and particular integral. So when particular integral and the complementary function are added up, then we get the general solution. Here we can see that the general solution is the sum of complementary function and particular integral. The complementary function, if you remember, is this: c1 plus c2 x bracket closed e with power 2x, and The particular integral is next term. After simplifying, we get the general solution like this. So this is how we calculated the required solution. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you like it, then please like, share and subscribe it. Thank you so much and see you soon. Bye bye.